In a world where everything is changing,
You can always count on us to change for you.
Of course, the main goal is nationals.
We have features,
Highlights,
and all things Northwest sports.
That's been the big focus for us.
This
This is Bearcat Update.
Let's go! We're getting better today, baby!
Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Bearcat Update. Obviously, you can tell things are a little bit different. No studio this week as we travel to Aberdeen, South Dakota to bring you coverage from the Central Region Tournament. Northwest men's basketball is done with its second round game. It is Monday morning. Stay tuned to find out how the Bearcats fared in their fourth meeting with Washburn. Let's start with Northwest volleyball. The women were handed their first loss of the season, losing 3-0 to Nebraska Kearney. Kearney was a tough outing for the Bearcats in the fall of 2019. Saturday, the Bearcats rebounded by defeating Fort Hays 3-1, bringing their record to 5-1 on the season. Our reporter Chase Chambers met with the team to see what the future holds. Chase.
Coming into this weekend's game, the volleyball team is a perfect 4-0 and aims to keep it that way.
It definitely feels pretty amazing to be 4-0 this early. I'm super proud of the freshmen and the new girls coming in because half of our team is new basically. And so just the way that we've gelled together has been amazing so far.
With fall sports getting moved to the spring, junior Hannah Koshet talks about the impact she thinks it will have.
I personally try not to think about it really because season is season. But obviously there's COVID rules with fans and stuff, but we still get a lot of people at games and we try not to focus on if we play in the spring or the fall. We try to go out there and give our best every single game.
Junior Bethany Elkins talks about the MIAA tournament and why she's looking forward to it the most.
What I'm looking forward to most is the conference tournament, probably. So even though we don't have a postseason past that, I think it's going to be a really good opportunity to show and go win the conference tournament.
Junior Rachel Sturdivant talks about the goals the team has for the remainder of the season.
So as a team, we set at the beginning of the season to win at home, do well in our regional tournament, and to win our conference tournament.
Hannah talks about the team prep for the rest of the season and what goes into the practices.
We're just trying to come in to practice every single day, giving 100%. We're trying to prepare for our opponents, we scout them, and we try to focus on ourselves a lot. I think our hitting has gotten so much better this whole fall, and we also try to focus on our defensive mentality and getting a lot of touches. So basically just giving 100% every single practice and getting better every day.
Elkins talks about her favorite memory on the team and what it means to her.
My favorite memory so far was probably our first home game against Washburn. We, in the first set, were down, I think it was 18-23, and we ended up coming back to win the set, and it was an awesome experience.
Hannah reacts to finding out the team has moved up into the AVCA rankings.
So we just found out we're ranked 17th actually, but it just feels amazing. Obviously everyone on the team is really stoked about it. We obviously want to move up again, so we're going to give our best to do that, but it feels amazing.
Reporting for Bearcat Update, I'm Chase Chambers.
Thanks, Chase. The volleyball team will be back in action this Wednesday inside of Bearcat Arena when the Bearcats host the Griffins of Missouri Western. We're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, we have a blast from the past for Northwest baseball. You're watching Bearcat Update on KNWT, Channel 8. Welcome back to Bearcat Update. The Northwest baseball team moved its record to 6-6 after a 3-game sweep of Rogers State last weekend in Maryville. On Friday, the Bearcats won both games of the doubleheader 5-2. They eventually beat Rogers State on Saturday with a score of 2-1. Our reporter Cole Stout is going to take us into the past and take a look at Northwest baseball from 2011 in our newest segment, Bearcat Rewind.
This is Bearcat Rewind. My name is Cole Stout, and this week we are rewinding it back 10 years to look at the Bearcats' 2011 baseball season. With the 2021 season well underway, now is a good time to look back 10 years to see how the Bearcats in 2011 fared. Coming into the 2011 season, the team had finished the previous season with a 20-34 record and had high hopes for a better season this time around. Unfortunately for the Bearcats, as the season came to a close, they had only managed to earn a 20-30 record. This season's record being more respectable than the prior year, it still wasn't what they'd hoped for at the come of the season. What contributed to their disappointing record was a failure to launch at the start of the season, where the team dropped all 7 of the first regular season matchups. Although the season didn't go as planned, there were still some bright spots, on-field production being one of them. Starting off with pitching, senior Jason Hewitt carved up opposing batters with 74 strikeouts and ended the season with a team-high ERA of 3.01. Hewitt also allowed the least amount of hits with only 31 on the year. Moving on to batting, junior Alec Rosales terrified pitchers with a team-high of 58 runs and ended the season with a .335 batting average, which also led the team. Batting-wise, Rosales was the team MVP. Further cementing this was the fact that Rosales had 3 different games with 3 hits, which is a rare feat in baseball in general. While both pitching and batting thrived, fielding, on the other hand, struggled to get outs. Along with that, errors were constant and contributed to a lot of the team's losses. The 2011 team had a good roster, but it just wasn't enough to secure them a winning record. Now, coming back to 2021, the team is hopeful to have a good and full league season, since last season was cut short due to the COVID-19 pandemic, which only allowed the Bearcats to play 20 regular season games. Best of luck to the team, and that they get to play a full season. So remember to be responsible, mask up, not only for yourself, but in the benefit of others around you. Again, my name is Cole, and this was Bearcat Rewind.
Thanks, Cole. The Bearcats will be back in action on Wednesday when they hit the road to play Ottawa before returning to Maryville this weekend for another 3-game home series against Pitt State. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. We're going to take a quick break. You're watching Bearcat Update on KNWT, Channel 8. Welcome back to Bearcat Update from Aberdeen, South Dakota, bringing you coverage of the Central Region Tournament. Let's talk about Northwest Track and Field. Last weekend, the Bearcats traveled to Birmingham, Alabama to compete in the NCAA Division II Indoor Championships. The Bearcat men finished 12th in the meet, the Bearcat women 36th. Some notables from the meet include Omar Austin, who finished as an All-American in the 200, 400, and as part of the 4x4 relay team. Delaney Dykes, the women's lone representative, was also named an All-American after finishing in 7th of the 800 with a time of 2 minutes, 13 seconds, and 74 milliseconds. Outdoor season will start March 26th at the Emporia State Relays. All right, here is what you've been waiting for, a look back at Sunday night's matchup between Northwest and Washburn, where the Bearcats got the final laugh. They beat the Ichabods in the 4th meeting this season for a spot in the NCAA Division II Central Region Tournament Championship game. Our reporter Dylan Johnson was there to give us a look.
It's the semifinals of the NCAA Division II Central Region Tournament. The Northwest Missouri State Bearcats come in as the number 2 seed in this tournament. They'll face the number 3 seed in the tournament, the Washburn Ichabods. 2 teams that have met 3 times already this season. The total points between these 2 teams, it's all knotted up at 238 points apiece.
I can't remember a series of games in a season or of a stretch of years that is quite like what we've seen between Northwest Missouri State and Washburn this year.
Most importantly, let's get stops early. Let's set the tone early. Let's go.
Both teams kind of struggled in the first couple minutes of this game offensively, but Northwest has got some things rolling.
And then you look at it too, 5 turnovers for the Ichabods, 1 for Northwest Missouri State. The Cats out rebounding them 9-5. Northwest also has 3 offensive rebounds, 7 second chance points. So anything Northwest could do right so far, it seems like they have done it in these first 10 minutes.
Hawkins is red hot. He's got 12 points, all coming on 3-pointers, and it's a 26-4 Northwest lead, a 24-0 run.
I honestly didn't believe it and kind of forgot until you just said a 24-0 run. Goodness, that is impressive for Northwest Missouri State.
And the Bearcats are going to the locker room with an impressive 44-16 lead over the Washburn Ichabods.
Lock in. Lock in. Your job is to win 1 possession. It's not to worry about a score. You continue to fight longer than your opponent does. And that's what you need to do, okay?
Northwest Missouri State picks up an 85-44 win in the NCAA Central Region semifinals this evening as they knock off Washburn 85-44. The two teams split the season series at 2 games apiece, but Northwest with that most important victory, which will propel them on to the NCAA Central Region Championship right here in Aberdeen, South Dakota on Tuesday evening against the host school in the #1 seed, Northern State.
The Bearcats win over the Ichabods places them in the Central Region Tournament Championship game, where they'll be looking to clinch their 3rd Elite 8 appearance in the last 5 years. That's going to wrap things up for this week's episode of Bearcat Update from Aberdeen, South Dakota, bringing you coverage of the Central Region Tournament. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at BearcatUpdate_8. Catch all of our previous episodes on YouTube at KNWT8. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.
In a world where everything is changing,
You can always count on us to change for you.
Of course, the main goal is nationals.
Follow us on Twitter at BearcatUpdate_8.
It's been the big focus for us.
Tune in on Mondays at 6:30 on KNWT Channel 8.
This
is Bearcat Update.
Let's go! We're getting better today, baby!
Thanks for watching this week's episode. For the last week's episode, click up here, and for all of our previous episodes, click down here. We'll see you next week.